Shalom. Let's start out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, grand millstone salutations to the hopeful elect that's pushing this truth across the four corners of the earth and all faith, truth, and sincerity. This I'm a one Abad back again in that sitting. Going to the sit down, going to this just going to about how this world, this ran by the so-called white man Esau, Edomites, so-called white people, red people, the Edomites, that's in power. How everything is just a lot of foolish things, and foolishness, and a lot of there's a lot of things that the Most High Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua hates. All this stupidity and foolishness is put in the forefront. Whether it be on TV or internet. A lot of things that it's just it's too much. It's too out of control. As far as what's on social media, what a lot of people put out there. That it's not enlightening. It's like I said, just full of foolishness and stupidity out there. That's on social media. Especially our people, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelites. That put a lot of foolishness on there, foolish things, whatever it may be on social media. That it would put your mind, well, I say if you indulge in it, it have your mind, it'll have your mind, drop down to like a low vibration or frequency, low vibrations, I say, just a lot of low vibration things that's on social media, or low IQ, I say, it lower your IQ, I say that, a lot of things is lower people's IQ these days. Got people just into a lot of stupid stuff, of foolishness that the Most High Yahweh Shai hates. That they put on social media or TV. That it's just like I say, if you watch too much of it, it'll lower your IQ. You know what I'm saying? Bring it down. You don't want to be brought down to a low level. Mindset, a low level mindset. I say that like a lot of people that out here, they have a low level mindset, man. Out here pushing this foolishness and stupid things out here, whether it be skits or whatever it may be. It just it's oversaturated. It's just so much of it. It's just like, okay, it's just enough of this foolishness. But it's gonna come a time where Lord Yahweh is gonna it's gonna come to an end. We at the end of the so-called white man Esau in much world, and we won't have to see all this foolishness and stupidity and all this wickedness that's on social media or TV or or out and about in this world. But I'm gonna start with Ecclesiastes 10:6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. So folly. So foolishness is set in great dignity. So this foolishness that's that the so-called white man Esau that's in power and rulership. They let this happen. They push a lot of foolishness and stupidity out here, man. Like I say, on social media, internet. That's why the things it is like it is. Why the world like it is right now. And the people, they just stuck on stupid. Say they stuck on foolishness, stupidity. It's all they know. They push on social media, and too much of just looking at that stuff. It'll lower your IQ. That was like that's why you gotta pull away from it. You know what I'm saying? Like me myself, first of all, pull off of it. And read. Read books. Read the word of the Lord. Read books or you know don't be on social media so much because it'll lower your IQ. It'll bring you down. It'll bring your IQ down. You look too much of. Excuse me. If you watch too much of the stupidity, foolishness that's on the social media, and a lot of women, you know, on social media, they do the same old thing that half naked and all this and that. It's just a lot of distraction and stupidity, foolishness that's on the internet, social media. But but that's why I say me myself first and foremost gotta pull away from it. Sometimes it's balance, but you don't want to indulge in all this foolish and stupidity that's on social media, on internet, on TV as well. Like I say, the Edomite devils, they push that. They push homo. They push that homo stuff on TV or on TV shows or whatever. Commercials. It's just it's vexing. It's vexing, man. But and the rich sit in a low place. So who are the rich? The rich are the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelites. Saying starting with the the apostles and the elders of Berger, Millstone, the elect. Hopefully that'll be a part of rational number, but it's the elect. Israel, the Israelites that are pushing the word of the Lord Yahweh Shai. They have the wisdom and the knowledge of the Lord Yahweh Shai, and they have the true riches. That have the riches of this word. It's pushing this truth. Then they might not be I said the men of the Lord, that have this truth of the word of Lord Yahweh Shai. They might not be well known, or I say well known, or have a whole talk about status of this world, but that's because, like I say, this foolishness and folly is put forth. This foolishness and stupidity that the so-called East my devils, so they control the media. They control the media, and they push this folly and foolishness out there. It's like I say, to lower people's IQ. The music, having a low vibration, as well. Have people in low vibration, low mindset, and just out here just just not knowing what's going on around them. Not aware, the times that they're in. They think that, things gonna keep going like it is in America, Babylon Great, they're gonna keep partying, bullshitting, but that's those people, 2/3 Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino natives. They're gonna do what they want to do. They keep doing what they doing. They want to be in low vibration, and stupidity and foolishness is gonna lead them to destruction. That's what it's gonna lead them to. But the elect of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, they're gonna, elevate out of this mind, out of the ways of this world, the mindset of this world, and not be partaking in this foolishness, stupidity, not indulging in all this foolishness, not indulging in the foolishness and stupidity of this world, because this place, the Most High Yahweh Shai finna bring His wrath and judgment down this place, man. And you can feel, if you're not feeling that, hey, something major could happen soon, whether it be, let's say, before the Passover, after the Passover, let's say within the spring or summer, as we go forward, something major could happen to where things could drastically change. It definitely could, a lot of deaths or destruction, a lot of death could happen, come about, or say, that could happen. Major death toll could come about. That could happen. Something, could happen where it's gonna have a lot of people shocked, and there's a higher, there's a higher power at work that they're gonna know that that's this, it's the Most High bringing judgment once it happens. Here in America, Babylon the Great, and a lot of people gonna be, I say, shocked and, or frightened, when Lord Yahweh Shai bring that great wrath and judgment down, when he bring the hammer down, man, And like I said, once the apostles and Ellsberg and Stone, like I say, once this word taken away, hey, it's done. It's over with. But I'll go from there. There's some more on this, but I'll go to this real quick. Isaiah 29:16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed it of him that framed it, he had no understanding? So this so-called white man, Esau and my devils, they turn everything upside down, man. Everything's upside down, backwards. It's just, you devils got everything just messed up. They're messing with the times and messing with the seasons. They're messing with, they're messing with the time. They keep changing times, messing up the water, the food, the air. They just messing up everything. Everything upside down. Women out of order. The people are just bugged out on drugs, like they on these drugs or whatever. Or they got a whole bunch of demons on them. And like I say, if if you out and about, doing your daily task. I sort of task, but doing your daily thing of going, to the store or whatever, right? Or whatever it may be. Or go to the gym or whatever it may be, right? And you see how people are, and it's like, these people are gone. Like, most of these people out here bugged out, like I say, on drugs. They don't know what's going on around them. They think, everything's going to be all right in America, Babylon the Great. They don't see the great evils, the bad times that's ahead for this place. Things are going on now. We in those times now, but it's going to get way worse than it is. It's going to get to a point where you can't do shit. It's going to get to a point shit going to get locked down for good, Certain places where you can't even go into no more, that's going to come about. Certain areas, going to get locked down, because of how chaotic it's going to get out here. Like I said, something's going to happen where, hey, like the major cities of America is going to face a lot of turmoil, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, a lot of death and destruction is coming, man. And that's what's ahead, but a lot of people not aware of seeing that coming before it happens. Only the elect of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelites can see it happen before it happens, right? Have that vision, like, hey, this could happen soon. It could be around the corner, you know what I'm saying? Not too far. If you're not in the spirit of loyal Basham Shai, not aware, not being aware of the times that you're in. But a lot of people out here, like I said, they stuck on stupid and foolishness. They're going to do what they want to do. They're going to parlay in bullshit. They're not going to take heed to the warning of the apostles and the Ellsberg, Brother Graham Millstone that teaching this truth. Just warning you of the pending destruction that the Lord Yahweh Shai finna bring down upon America, Babylon the Great. A lot of horrific judgments is gonna come down by the Lord Yahweh Shai. And you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelites that don't get right, which I'm saying, most y'all not gonna take heed. Y'all gonna, like I said, y'all think that nothing's gonna happen. Things gonna keep going on like it is. But like I said, a major drastic change. And one day you're gonna wake up and something's gonna happen where you ain't got access to your phone or communications. Things shut down. Your debit card stop working. Ain't got no money in it. Where the bank runs, you ain't got no money in your debit card. You go to the store and they ain't not taking cash no more. And you might see people just, saying, stealing things out the store. All hell breaking loose in the cities, man. It could come to that, man. Like I say, just one day. All it takes is, like I say, this power, the grid shutting down, communication shutting down. Then all hell gonna break loose in the cities, man. Within, I say 72 hours. I say about 48 hours, 72 hours, I say. Without no communication, no power, yeah, people gonna start losing it. About, I say 48 hours, 72 hours. maybe a little bit more, maybe within a week. But I say about 3 days, people gonna start losing it because they ain't got access to food or this or that. People gonna start losing it within 3 days. I say, or 48 hours, maybe less than 3. But I ain't want to make this too long. Go from there. Psalm 71:11. The Most High judges the righteous, and the Most High. Let me read it again. Psalm 7:11. The Most High Yahweh judge of the righteous, and the Most High Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day. So the Most High Yahweh, is angry with the wicked every day, man. He's angry with these wicked double Edomites that's some power that's doing all this wickedness. It's doing all these things that messing up the earth and trying to be like the Most High, Yahweh, and trying to have control over everything, but you messing up. you don't know what the hell you're doing. You're being destructive. You're messing up everything here, man. You got the people messed up. You're just being wicked, man. You messing up the food. You got, the food ain't what it. I don't know what they're doing to the food. The food it's not even. It's got a weird taste now. The food just got a weird taste to it now, man. Messing up the water. You know what I'm saying? You got different bottles of water. It shouldn't be like that. Why the hell is different bottles of water? You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be like a good one source of water to drink, right? It should not be multiple bottles of water. This water, that water. Like you messing up the water, man. Like, it's messing up everything, man. Water got, chemicals and all the stuff in forever chemicals, the microplastics, like plastic. You ain't probably drinking water out that plastic bottle. They ain't, it's just, like I said, Edomites got to be done away with, man. Most High is angry when Edomite does what they do. And then, like I said, a lot of things that you don't see or hear about that the Most High Yahweh Shah sees and, and knows about what the Edomite devils are doing underground or two people with them maybe, and so forth. What they're trying to plan and do and, think that the Most High don't see them what they doing. Think they can get away. I can sneak in, get away from the Most. He can't see me. Most High Yahweh Shah see you. You wicked Edomite devils, what y'all doing, man. And the Most High Yahweh Shah he gonna make y'all pay, man. For all the, this wickedness and all this confusion that y'all putting out here, man. Y'all doing, man. It's gonna come to an end. It's coming to an end, But I'm gonna go. So last scripture, I didn't want me this too long. Isaiah 13:11. I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogance of the proud to cease. I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. So the Most High Yahweh Shai, he gonna punish the world for their evil. He gonna punish, I say, 2/3 Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelites. 2/3 of our people, the Israelites that that's with this world, that's hand in hand with the so-called white man, East Edomite devils, the Edomites. That's in league, in bed with these wicked devils. That's what I'm saying, that's right beside them, side by side with them, and don't think that they're not gonna be judged by the Most High Yahweh Shai. Then they just gonna hey, if I team up with the Edomite, so-called white man, the so-called white man, red devil Edomite, I won't be okay. As long as I get my money and I can have all the goodies and the material things, I'm good. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. You're mistaken. They say you're sadly mistaken. You think that the Most High Yahweh not gonna get you? You sell out Israelites that join hand in hand with these Edomite devils. The Most High Yahweh gonna destroy you. Sell out Israelites, man. That's siding with Esau, because you scared to stand for the truth. You scared to die for the truth. You rather take you know a bag. You rather take that bag full of debt notes, full of money that ain't nothing, man. Don't mean shit. Ain't backed by gold. It don't have no value. Like I said, the other countries, Russia and China, so forth, the BRICS, and the other nations. You know what I'm saying? They pulling out of it, man. They not messing with the dollar no more, man. And like I say, you Israelites that selling out, man, y'all gonna be ashamed. Y'all gonna be ashamed when the Most High y'all watching y'all shy, bring judgment down, that the apostles and elder Bergamists don't warn you. You sell out Israelites, that's with this week, that's going along with this wicked Edomite devils and pushing their agenda as well. Help them push their agenda, cooning and buffooning, y'all gonna be destroyed right along with them, man. But for Esau, for the Edomites though, once the Lord Yahushua returns, and bring down these Edomite devils now, bring his wrath and judgment down on this place, America, Babylon the Great, and bring the Edomites out of the power seat. Think about Esau, Edom. If you're Edomite, you going to hardcore slavery, double slavery. Once you out of the power seat, and then like I said, the Israelites, being in power and rulership, start with the Lord Yahushua, King David, the house of David, 144,000, 1/3, the 144,000. I said 144,000, the government body. They're gonna be in rulership. Once this, place is done away with. This world, this so-called white man, East Edomite world, this wicked world is done away with. You Edomites going to double slavery and out of slavery, y'all gonna be done away with. But 2/3 Israelites, hey, y'all gonna be back in the kingdom of the baby, but y'all gonna be shamed, man. We're gonna have shame, because of the the wickedness and things that you did, in this life, y'all gonna be ashamed. But like I say, if you're Edomite, man, you're going to double hardcore slavery. You're gonna be done away with after 1,000 years, or what you got to do, But like I said, the Most High y'all hey, he gonna bring the wicked Edomite devils down, man. Like I said, this place ain't got too long. Like I say, ain't got too much longer to deal with all this foolishness and stupidity and wickedness out here, man. It's gonna come to an end, man. But I didn't want to make this too long. So again, I'd like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash, to the apostles, elders, to the Sisakian brothers, to the few Akawaf sisters that do listen, keep the faith in the Lord Yahweh Shai. With that, I say Shalom.